Good evening, race fans. Welcome to round 10 of the Big Brain Race in 12 Days of Christmas. We are live tonight from Mount Panorama, or Bathurst, in Australia. Cars are just heading out for qualifying. So let's jump into the action. So cars just leaving the pit lane here. Who's at the head of the field? Let's see who we can jump on board with for this first lap. Let's go on with Sam Braxton here. So just coming round, where are we now? The front part of the mountain. So around turn 4 and 5. This is turn 6, Griffin's Mount. Around Reed Park and Frogs Hollow. And Sulman Park, John Hinksman Vista. And then we get up and over Skyline. Down through the S's. Very tricky section of track. A lot of downhill braking zones. Keeps it neat and tidy around the dipper. And then around Forest Elbow. Onto the back straight. All the way along Conrad Straight. And then we are heavy braking into the chase. Keeping it neat and tidy. It's just an outlap, of course. And heavy on the brakes into that final corner. Runs a little bit wide. That's not the ideal start for the flying lap, but maybe those tyres not quite up to the right temperature just yet. So into turn 1, that is Hell Corner. Runs a little bit wide out there, but that's not too bad. Keeps the momentum all the way down, all the way down the mountain straight. Hard on the brakes into Quarry. Up into the cutting. Quite a tricky little corner. Awkward on throttle. Then we're around Griffin's Mount again. Very close to the walls through this section. Using all the curb then as we come up and over Skyline again. Down through the S's, and there's a car who was in the middle of the track, just got out of the way there. Not quite sure who that was. But yeah, maybe cost a little bit of time there. Coming down into the dipper. Back around onto the Conrad Straight again. Hey Ryan, how you doing? Thanks, Daz. Yeah, I picked that up. How you guys doing? Looking to get this lap in the books. Just going around the final corner here. Much better exit around the final corner, and that is a 203.7. So, second car across the line. Currently, yeah, we've got a few more coming across the line now. Let's have a look at Gabriel Oskakir. See his first podium finish last night. Just on his first flying lap out. Yeah, I think it could be quite a close battle. Little spoiler for you, but Tom Venter's looking pretty handy in practice. Has he been putting the practice in for this one? So Gabriel Oskik here. Out onto the Conrad Straight. Making his way down towards the chase. Currently we've got Christian Muller on provisional pole with a 201.8. But I would expect someone should be able to beat that. But at the minute we're getting a lot of invalidated laps and a lot of yellow flags and returning to pits from some of the guys we'd expect to be up near the front. So not having it all their own way at the minute. Having a bit of a tricky time there to get a lap in. And Gabriel Oskik here crossing the line there. Good enough for P5 at the minute, 202.6. Let's jump on with Sam Braxton again. He is currently 8-10. Oh, he's a second up on this lap at the minute. Just coming around, through the chase. So this is going to be a decent improvement from Sam. A little bit wide on the last corner. That's going to cost him a tenth or two. Still good enough for P6 at the minute. We've got Dan Johnson just crossing the line in P2 at the minute. 202.2. Pole position, or provisional pole, now taken by Anders Amundsen. 201.8. He is 300ths of a second quicker than Christian Muller at the minute. Muller is on a lap though. He's 4 tenths up on this lap. Make that 5 tenths now as he comes out of the chase. Just got that final corner, Morris corner, to go. And crosses the line to go provisional pole with a 201.3. So good lap there from Christian. We've got Chase Jones 1.2 up. That moves him up to P5, 202.3. Looks like a few people struggling. Damien Konchak, one of them, not got a lap in just yet, but he looks like he's going to get one in now as he comes down towards that final corner. Using the curb on the exit, and that moves himself up to P2, so provisionally P2 for Damien Konchak, a 201.4. We've not seen a competitive lap yet from Tom Venters, who we were expecting to do well. He's this lap's invalid. In fact, this is an out lap that he's on right now, so he's just building a little bit of space in front of him. Let's jump on board with him, at least for the early part of this lap. P1 keeping it neat and tidy on exit. It's going to give him a good run now along the mountain straight. Heavy on the brakes into quarry. Gets the car turned in and rotated. A little bit of an understeer maybe in the middle part of the corner, but on top of it, getting the car turned in there. Now we're into Griffin's Mount, the cutting. We've got a yellow flag ahead, but I think that's just cleared. Getting close to those walls through Griffin's Mount, Reed Park. Coming around Sulman Park. John Hinksman Vista. Oh, nearly losing control of the car there. Keeping it neat and tidy over Skyline, down through the S's. Around the Dipper. It's looking good so far. It's a purple middle sector from Tom there, so just got to get the rest of the lap finished off. Looks pretty neat. One final corner to go. And where is this going to put Tom? Using all the curb. Moves Tom up to P2 there with 201.4. So good lap there from Tom. Tom Venters. We have Russell Matheson, currently 5/10 up on the early part of this lap. Down through the S's, keeping it neat and tidy. He's still weighs around about half a second up now. Round onto the Conrad straight. So this could be a good improvement here from Matheson if he can keep it neat and tidy through the chase and then the final corner. So around about 6/10 up. Still gaining a little bit more there on exit. So see where this puts him. Around that final corner. Or right on the edge of the curb there. Puts him up to P6. So good lap there from Russell Matheson. We also have Tom Venters improving. So it took him a while to get a competitive lap in. He's now improving on that. So currently P2, only 1/10 behind Christian Muller. He's 3/10 up on this lap at the minute. So this could be enough for pole position if he can keep it hooked up through the final corner. Which it looks like he does. And crosses the line for pole position. Pole position at the death there. Let's go, Tom. Yeah, nice lap there. So we'll be right back with you when the action gets underway in a moment. The car's just making their final preparations for the race. Everyone's sitting on the grid now waiting for a formation lap to get underway. Pseudo. You Pseudo guys doing good tonight. It's almost like you guys have been practicing this track quite a bit. So let's run through the grid. Pole position, we have Tom Venters in that Pseudo Racing Lamborghini. P2 is Christian Muller in the Big Brain Racing Audi. Then we have Damian Konchek in P3 in the Big Brain Racing Ferrari. P4 is Anders Amundsen in the Big Brain Racing McLaren. Then we got Rainer Athenstadt in the Big Brain Racing Ferrari. P6 is Russell Matheson in the Hex Ferrari. P7 is Dan Johnson in the Roadrunner Racing Ferrari. Then in P8 we have Chase Jones in the Baller Squad Racing Lamborghini. P9 we have Nathan Smith-Adams in the Baller Squad Racing McLaren. P10 we have Sam Braxtad in the Big Brain Racing Porsche. P11, we have Gabriel Oskakir in the Baller Squad Racing Ferrari. P12 is Joe Tomlin in the Big Brain Racing Ferrari. P13, we have Moritz Danhausen in the Eiffel Racing Ferrari. P14, we have Martin Greswold in the Pseudo Racing McLaren. In P15, we have Harry Tuominen in the Hexagon Nation Audi. P16 is Adam Kayla in the Big Brain Racing BMW. Then in P17, we have Luca Amaral rocking the Rita for Big Brain Racing. P18, we have John Gray in the Big Brain Racing McLaren. P19, we have Thomas Kinnell in the Hexagon Nation Porsche. P20, we have Jordan Mamadou in the excuse me, in the three-wide esports Aston Martin. P21, we have Evan Keevan in the three-wide BMW. Alexander Reitz in the three-wide Honda in P22. Chris Jenkins in the CJJ BMW in P23, and then Bas van Wiesel in the three-wide Honda in P24. So, could be an interesting race tonight. There's just enough time for me to once again thank Track Titan for sponsoring this series. They're sponsoring prizes for the top 3 positions in every race throughout this series. So, big thanks to them. I'm going to just throw up a thing in chat. So if you use that link that I just put up in chat, if you decide you want to sign up to Track Titan, which I would highly recommend, if you use that link to sign up, you'll get 30-day free trial of the Plus subscription instead of what you would normally get, which is 14. And then if after the end of that trial you decide you want to sign up permanently or for however long, you will get a 30% discount. So well worth checking out. So Tom Venters leading them around on the formation lap. We are just coming over Skyline. So who's got a prediction tonight? Who's everyone fancy for the victory around here? You think Tom Venters can make it go pole to victory? It'd be good to see, and it would definitely spice things up a bit in the championship as well. You don't think Martin can get the victory from P14 on the grid then? Yeah, that is true. He's got previous. He'll take second, will he? That'd be good to see. Good to see him fight through the field. So just about completing this formation lap here. And then we'll get underway as the sun is rising here in Australia. Local time 6:06 AM. About time to get some shrimp on the barbie. So we are just coming down to Murray's Corner. And then we will get underway racing. Okay. I like your bold prediction. So waiting for those lights to go green. And we are racing here in Bathurst. Good start from 4th position there for Amundsen. Just not a long enough run down to the first corner there to make anything of it really, but it does look like Amundsen's got a good exit out of that first corner. He's tucked up right behind the rear wing of Damien Konchak. Damien going defensively to the inside. We've also got Christian Muller making a move to the outside of Tom Venters as we come up towards Hull Corner. And yep, the inside cars win out on this occasion. To be expected, I guess. And they keep it neat and tidy. I don't see any yellow flags anywhere, so it looks like it's all being kept neat and tidy. Running wide there from Tom. He's managed to keep hold of the inside line here now, though, so can he hold on to the position? Just about holding on to the position there. That's put Christian Muller out of position a little bit now against Damian Konchek. It's difficult to overtake through this section. Ooh, Tom running a little bit wide there as well. Managing to keep hold of the lead. We did have a car in the wall there, I think. That was Matheson. He's managed to get it going again, but we've got more cars piling into him now. Let's see if we can get 15 seconds back and catch the replay there. Yeah, there we see Matheson going out into the wall there. And then trying to avoid everyone. Yeah, just causing a few cars to crash into him there, but yeah. Tom Venters leading the way as they come down the Conrad Straight. Christian Muller right in that slipstream. Not close enough to do anything into the chase this time around. So my prediction of a first lap crash was correct, just not the right guy. If Damien's watching this later, he'll know what I mean. So it does look like the top three have pulled a little bit of a gap away from P4 now, which is Amundsen. Just waiting for my timing screens to all update. So yeah, Tom Venters with a 0.3 second gap now back to Christian Muller in P2. Damian Konchek another 0.3 of a second back in P3. Looks like Muller having a go on the outside again as they come into Quarry. Not quite close enough to make the move there. So we've got a whole gaggle of cars on the coming up the straight here. I think helicam's the only way to really see what's happening around here. Looks like Sam Braxton's managed to get past Chase Jones. Let's see if we can catch a replay on that. It looks like that's already done there, to be honest. So just my timing screen went a little bit awry there. We've got a yellow flag for Amundsen. Not quite sure what's happened there, but he is dropping down the field. Oh, dropping it. Yeah, just dropping it on the exit of John Hinksman Vista there. Heavy impact with the wall. We'll have to see how much damage he's got out of that. But that didn't look particularly good, and that looks like there's quite a lot of damage on the front of that car. I don't know if he's going to be able to continue without pitting with that. He's like a little bit of a mobile chicane at the minute. Yeah, I think he's going to be heading into the pits with that one. I can't get the car turned. Unfortunate there for Anders. So it looks like Chase Jones has got back past Sam Braxted. Nathan Smith-Adams has dropped down a few positions as well. I'm not quite sure what's happened there. It looks like he is making a move back on Danhausen. He's on the inside line as they go into Quarry. And Danhausen running wide. That's going to also let Harry Tumanen through there. So 2 positions lost for Danhausen there in one corner. We've got a yellow flag for Mamadou. Just going slowly. So has he had a contact with the wall somewhere as well? Looks like it. Jumping back up to the action, we've got Nathan Smith-Adams right up behind Oscar Keir. We've got a couple of yellow flags there as well. Not sure exactly. Let me see if we can catch. Some of this action has been coming thick and fast. Been hard to catch it live. So John Gray just getting into a little bit of a slide. And then taking evasive action behind him was Martin Greswold, I believe, who then, through taking that evasive action, put it into the wall himself. So that's an unfortunate turn of events there. It does look like we've got Dan Johnson right up behind Rainer Athenstadt though. Battle for P4 now. Both in the Ferrari, so both equal machinery. Dan Johnson thinking about a move into that final corner, opting against it. But poor exit there from Rainer, and that's going to give Dan the run on the inside as they come down towards Hell Corner. And Rainer Athenstadt sending it around the outside there. Great move in response to that. Let's see if we can jump on board Bonnet Cam here and get a replay of that. Just keeping it pinned around the outside, getting the better traction out of the corner, and a nice move there to save that position. So Harry Toominen now is right up behind John Gray. So this is the battle for P12 and 13, and Adam Kaler in the background there just having a spin into the barriers. This could be a bit of a race of attrition that we've got here today. Last man standing, anyone? So Toominen's dropped back a little bit now. So let's jump back up to the battle for P5. And in fact, Oscar Keir's had a spin at Skyline. Let's see what happened. Just coming around John Hinksman Vista. Oh, just losing it before he got on the exit there. Yeah, that's quite a lot of damage there in that car. I think that's going to be a return to the pits and get that repaired as well, unfortunately. Yeah, Dan Johnson still all over the back of Rainer Athenstadt as they come down towards the chase. We've got a stop-go 30 for Van Wiesel. That must be for speeding in the pit lane. Dan Johnson looking to the outside to the final corner, cuts it back to the inside, but opts against making the move there. Rainer does run a little bit wide on that grass again though. Dan Johnson not able to take advantage of it this time. Damien lap 7. Well, we're on we've on lap 5 now, so just up front, actually, we've got Christian Muller right on the tail of Tom Venters. Was looking to make the move on the outside there, but couldn't quite make it stick. Nice defensive driving there from Tom Venters. That gap has widened up a little bit as they come over the mountain. So let's jump back to this battle we have for P4 and P5. Dan Johnson really able to stick with Rainer through the mountain section. So either more confidence or maybe a little bit more downforce in that Ferrari for Dan Johnson over Athenstadt. And we've got a yellow flag for... Who was that yellow flag for there? Because Christian Muller lost a position out of that. Christian Muller putting it in the wall by himself. And then another... We've got a bit of a pile-up coming along here as well. I'm going to have to jump back to that. Three yellow flags in succession. Oh, got spun from behind there. Let's see if we can catch a replay of that. So, on board with Nathan Smith-Adams. That's John Gray in front of him, I believe. Oh no, that's Joe Tomlin in front of him. Just hitting the rear of Joe Tomlin there. And that just causing all the other cars to kind of concertina up. A few more contacts. Don Johnson looking for the move against Rainer Athenstadt again. Looks like he's got a good exit out of Hell Corner there. He's going to be on the outside there of turn 2. John Gray's got the move done on Moritz Danhausen out of that first corner. Back up the road, looks like Rainer Athenstadt holding on to that position for the time being. That's what everyone's waiting for, right? Thomas Kinnell making the move against Evan Keevan for P14 and 15. And it looks like he's got it done. So nice move there from Thomas Kinnell. But yeah, Rainer Athenstadt really looking like he's struggling a little bit at this stage. Starting to hold up 2 or 3 cars behind him now. Running a little bit deep there into the dipper. But Dan Johnson lost a little bit of ground there, going on the second part of the mountain. And he now has Chase Jones right up behind him. Chase Jones looking to make a move here, maybe. Opting against it as they come through the chase. Sam Braxton now having a look on the outside of Chase Jones. Not quite able to make that stick there. But does get a good exit out of Hell Corner. As they come up the Conrad Straight once again. This is lap 7 now. So if your bet's right, Ryan, it's got to be this lap. Yeah, we've got a 4-way fight now for 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. Behind this group, we've got a 9-second gap back to Joe Tomlin in P8. He then has John Gray and Moritz Danhausen for company right up behind him. So we'll keep an eye on that battle there as well. Right, let's jump back towards that battle there. So Moritz Danhausen at the rear of this group at the minute. He is right up behind John Gray as they just come down through the S's. Doesn't look like any of these are close enough this time around, but Sam Braxton is right up behind Chase Jones once again as they come into the braking zone at the chase. Around that final corner, Murray's corner, and yeah, the gaps look to have widened a little bit. We do have John Gray making a move up the inside of Joe Tomlin there. That into the final corner, Murray's corner. Joe Tomlin now having a look back as they go into Hell Corner, but doesn't look like he's got any response at the minute. In fact, he's fallen back a little bit further. We had a brief yellow flag there from Luca Amaral. Let's see if we can see what happened there. Contact from behind. Unfortunate. Losing the position out of it. Yeah, Joe Tomlin still managing to keep ahead of Moritz Danhausen. Looks like now that John Gray has got past, he's been released a little bit. He's pulled quite a decent sized gap already for the little section of track that they've been through. That gap up close to a second already, so looks like Joe Tomlin's struggling here, and with the amount of damage it looks like he's got on that Ferrari, I'm not surprised. But he still has Moritz Danhausen all over the back of him. The gap at the front, Tom Venters out in the lead. The gap back to get Damien Konchak in P2 is currently 3.2 seconds. We then have another 1.1 seconds back to Christian Muller. Danhausen looking to the outside now. Looks like he got a much better exit onto the Conrad straight there. So they're going to go side by side through the little kink at the start of the chase. Always a risky move, but looks like Moritz Danhausen might have just about done enough here. And takes the position there. Did Joe Tomlin... Yeah, I thought so. Let's just see if we can catch back what happened there. So, coming round... Oh, just losing the rear. Trying to catch it and just put it on the grass there. Clipping a bit of wall. Hitting another wall. That could be... yeah, he's gone into the pits there now. So, yeah, a lot of damage on that car. Opting to get that repaired. Unfortunate. We've got now Alexander Reitz up behind Harry Tuminen. So they are just coming up towards Quarry. The car on the outside there, who's that? That's Martin Greswold. So I'm not quite sure if he was getting out of the way or if he was had a bit of an incident in the wall. We've got Christian Muller facing the wrong way. Oh, and that is a heavy contact there with the wall. A lot of damage on that car by the looks of things. I mean, that helps Chase Jones just running off wide there. Not. Oh, maybe he's had another disconnect there. Or did he return to garage? Maybe return to garage. Yeah, Christian Muller up behind Sam Braxton now. We still have Dan Johnson all over the back of Rainer Athenstadt. This fight now, of course, for that final podium position. Oh, he's getting out of the way. That's fair. This is going to be last man standing, I think. Last person alive could win this race, the way things are going. We've got 11.5 minutes to go. We've had a number of cars in the wall and having to pit for repairs. Got a yellow flag for John Gray now. That's in the final corner there. Not really sure what's just happened there. That's an interesting one from John. Just spinning up the rears on the curb, facing the wrong way, and then I'm not sure you should be driving like that the wrong way down the road, but it's an interesting one. Anyway, he now has Chris Jenkins all over the back of him in that CJJ BMW. And we got Christian Muller in the pits. So obviously it must have had too much damage to continue. The gap out front has come down a little bit. Tom Venters still out in the lead. But that gap now 2.4 seconds back to Damien Konchak. He can see Tom Venters ahead of him. I'm sure that will be some ammunition there for him. He'll be pushing to try and get up right behind Tom, put the pressure on. Luca for P10. Yeah, currently Luca Amaral in the Rita, the Big Brain Racing Rita. He did, didn't he? Yeah, Luca currently in P11, so going well there. Going well in that Rita. Just keeping it alive. Not particularly quick lap times, but keeping it out of the wall, keeping it alive. Yeah, that battle still raging for P3 between Rainer Athenstadt and Dan Johnson. Gap out front has come down a little bit further, so 1.9 seconds now, the gap between P1 and P2. Call you the Oracle. What happened? What happened with your prediction about Martin for P2? I'm just kidding. They come up and over the mountain again, through Frogs Hollow, Sulman Park. Also the driving chicane. That's definitely... oh, we got a yellow flag for Damien there. He has dropped way back. Wonder what happened there. Not ideal. Doesn't look like that car has suffered too much damage there, though. So if he did drop it, he's managed to fortunately do it in a way where he's not had too much contact with the walls. But yeah, Tom Venters now with a 12.8 second gap out in front. So that shows you how far these two were ahead of everyone else. Damien's been parked sideways coming down the mountain, and he still has an 8-second advantage behind to Rainer Athenstadt. Nathan Smith-Adams. Yeah, that's it. Return to garage there. Let's jump back and see if we can catch what happened. Just opted to park it there. So this is a replay of Dan Johnson fighting with Rainer Athenstadt, and now we are back live with the action as they come up Mountain Straight once again. That gap between them hasn't been more than a second all race. Dan Johnson not quite able to find a way past Rainer Athenstadt though. I think that's the difficulty sometimes when you're in the same car as the car that you're fighting. It's very difficult to find any kind of advantage. Doesn't look like either of these guys have really made too many mistakes either, so... yeah, it's not his favourite track, that's for sure. Does definitely seem like Dan Johnson's more confident over the top part of the mountain section. And then as they come back down the mountain, it seems like Rainer pulls just enough of a gap again by the time they come out of the dipper to be able to maintain his advantage throughout the end of the lap. So that gap, 0.4 of a second now as they come out of the dipper. And it's just too much to be able to reel him in the slipstream. So crossing the line once again. So just to take you through the order, out in the lead we have Tom Venters in that pseudo racing Lamborghini. He now has a 13-second lead over Damian Konchak in P2 in the Big Brain Racing Ferrari. P3, we have Rainer Athenstadt in the Big Brain Racing Ferrari. P4 is Dan Johnson in the Roadrunner Racing Ferrari. Also Pseudo Racing. P5 is Sam Braxton in the Big Brain Racing Porsche. Another 11 seconds back behind him, we have Moritz Danhausen in the Eiffel Racing Ferrari. He's being followed by Harry Tuominen in the Hexagon Nation Audi. That's a back marker behind him, I believe. Let's just make sure. Yeah, that's Anders Amundsen behind him on the road, so nothing to worry about for him there. But yeah, behind him, 3.4 seconds back, we have Alexander Rietz in the 3-wide Honda in P8. Then in P9, we have John Gray in the Big Brain Racing McLaren. Well, that car looks like it's seen better days. Another 5 seconds back, we have Chris Jenkins in the CJJ BMW. P11 is Luca Amaral in the Big Brain Racing Rita. He currently has about a 6-second advantage. Ooh, was that Martin Spin in there? I think that was. Yeah, Thomas Kinnell in P12 in the Hexagon Nation Porsche. Then we have Christian Muller in 13th in the Big Brain Racing Audi. Behind him, Anders Amundsen, we saw him a minute ago, in P14. Looks like he's got the move made to unlap himself against Harry Tuominen there. Back behind Anders, we have Adam Kaler in the Big Brain Racing BMW in P15. And then final runner at the minute, Martin Greswold in P16 in the Pseudo Racing McLaren. Likes his drifting, yeah. So Dan Johnson still looking for a way past Rainer Athenstadt. If he's going to do it, he's going to have to do it soon. We've only got 2 minutes 20 remaining in this race. I think we're going to get one more lap after this one, looking where Tom Venters is on track at the minute. Brokeback Mountain boys, yeah. That's actually, he looks a lot closer this time around now. Can he maintain that advantage as they come out of the dipper onto the back straight? Conrad straight there. Looks like he is closer, 0.3 of a second this time around, but is that going to be close enough to be able to gain that advantage as they go into the chase, or to be able to make any advantage from it? Doesn't look like it. I really do think Rainer Athenstadt running lower wing levels here than Dan Johnson, because Dan Johnson's caught up to him every lap over that mountain section, like you say, up his up his ass, and then once they get out onto the straight, he does seem to pull a bit of an advantage again. So it would be interesting to know what setups both these guys are running. But yeah, it's going to be one more lap that Dan has to try and make the move on Rainer. Might have to do it somewhat unconventional if he's going to do it. This is for a podium after all. Final lap of the race. Got to give it everything. Up and around Griffin's Mount they go for one final time. Through Reed Park, around Frogs Hollow and Sulman Park. Around John Hinksman Vista. Up and over Skyline. Does look like Dan's a lot closer. Round through the S's. Ooh, a bit of contact there. Unfortunate. He's going to let him go, and I think that's probably going to be the end of it. Unfortunate. Like you say, he had to send it. Yeah, it's been a great race between those two. They've been it's been a hard fight all race, but other than that little contact there, and even then with the contact there, he let him go again. So nothing too much to it. But yeah, just gonna keep an eye on these two. I'm conscious that Tom's crossed the line, but yeah, just making sure. So yeah, Tom Vinters picking up the victory here in Bathurst. P2 Damien Konchak, P3 Rainer Athenstadt, P4 Dan Johnson. Fifth place is Sam Braxton. Just coming across the line now, we have Moritz Danhausen in P6. P7 is Harry Tumanen. P8 is Alexander Reitz. P9, oh, nearly across the line. Nearly across the line is John Gray. Then in 10th place, we've got Chris Jenkins. 11th, great result in the Rita. Coming around that final corner. 11th position, we've got Luca Amaral. Christian Muller just coming down towards that final corner now. He's going to cross the line and pick up P12 after the earlier incident we saw him have. Thomas Kinnell, he's just coming into Murray's corner now. That Porsche looking like it's seen better days, but Kinnell's going to take home P13th. Admonson has already crossed the line in 14th. We then have Adam Kaler coming around that final corner. He's going to take home P15. And then Martin Greswold, final finisher, in P16. That car's not going anywhere after that. Race over time for titty streamers. Whatever floats your boat. So I'm going to end things there. But thank you very much for watching again, everyone, tonight. Once again, thanks to Track Titan for sponsoring this event and sponsoring the prizes. If you want to head over and check them out, if you use our link, you will get a 30-day free trial of their Plus subscription. We will be back tomorrow night with Kyle Army. I think you're going to have Ryan back on commentary tomorrow night, so you can look forward to that one. You don't have to listen to my dulcet tones for another night. But yeah, check out our merch store. You can get a nice hoodie like this. Other items are available. Also, check out IMB Racewear. They provide all of our teamwear, so if you're interested in gloves, boots, jerseys, hoodies, all that kind of stuff, you can get that there. But yeah, that's it for me tonight. So thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time.